And it's live. I'm just going to assume that it's live. So I wanted to turn on this streaming video on my YouTube page just to kind of talk about the new season of my podcast, Tom Ray's Art Podcast. So it is beginning on October 4th. And one of the things that I'm adding to it is video. So with all of the stuff that's been going on and people have been home talking on video calls more, I feel like people are more comfortable having these conversations over video. And since I can't go meet people face to face, then I have to do it online anyway. And I would be talking on video because I want to see the person while I'm talking with them. It makes it a lot easier to have the connection with someone as you're looking to them and looking at them, not to them, looking at them and talking with them. And this is an example of what the setup will be. I have my desktop background. On the right is going to be me on my camera that you'll be able to see as it goes along. I mess with the settings on it because every single time I do it, the settings reset. And I don't know what's going on with the color. Also, it's always gray. Every day that I record, it is gray outside. There is no sunlight. It is a mask of clouds in the sky. It is the most uncanny thing. And I also realized that I could just shut the drapes. And I have a few times, but I always forget, which I just did now. I realize I started again and didn't shut the drapes. So there are two things that just kind of happen. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. You get to see how each time, there's one that I recorded because I've recorded maybe 6 of them already. There's one that I recorded where I'm purple. It's just the way and we started. All of a sudden, my settings on my camera right when I started reset, and I'm purple. But I'm not going to stop the interview. That person took the time to come talk with me, and it's not their fault that I'm incompetent. But hey, we get to have a lovely conversation. And actually, the first one that's coming up was someone who I did first test this out with. And also, the other thing, too, is you see where I have the placeholder, the little stock, what is that called? Shutterstock image placeholder. That's where the person that I talk to will be. This is basically what the format will look like. The first person that I talked to on the one that's coming out this Sunday on October 4th is actually someone who had been on the show before. It is Scott Pyburn. He is someone that was traveling with the Comic-Con circuit. And we talk about how now that he can't do that, he's discovered a new passion that he has, that he actually learned about or realized while he was traveling with the Comic-Con circuit. And it has to do with making his own bootleg action figures, which is fascinating and a very intensive and laborious process, but it's super cool. So that is one thing that I have coming up. And what was the other thing I was going to mention? So he came, I didn't even ask him to come on the show. I did an announcement on my mailing list over at tomrayswebsite.com. You can sign up for the email. I think it's on the homepage. Otherwise, there's an email option on the contact page. The people on the mailing list, I sent out a message that said, do you want to be on the show? Because I was trying to figure out how I was going to choose from all of the artists that I follow on different platforms. And I had reached out to a couple. There's some that I ran into while taking the short excursions out in the world of viruses and people being sick. The brief times that you go out, it's great to run into people. And I ran into someone who I wanted to talk to. We set up a time and we did it. And as I was going through that, it was getting just more difficult to reach out to people. And I realized that on my Facebook page, you can create appointments. So all I did is a lot of them, they were a complete surprise to me. I just said, go over to my Facebook page and just sign up. If you want to be on the show, if you want to talk, if you want to be on the show, if you have something you want to promote, if you have they're musicians, creators, artists, painters, all that, webcomic artists, those are the people that I've talked to so far. I didn't know if anybody was going to sign up, and they did. And I was so happy. And I met so many great people, and people who some of them were people I was going to try and reach out to anyway. And other were people that, are just started following me recently, or I didn't realize that I wasn't following. and I've made connections with them, and they are all over the U.S. It's not just because we're on video and we can talk this way. I'm not just limiting it to where I live here in Madison, Wisconsin anymore. I'm talking to everyone. I want to meet people. I want to learn what they do. I want to know how people are dealing with the way the world is right now, not being able to do art in the normal traditional ways, not being able to go out and connect and network. How are they coping with it? What are they doing? What's working for them? And I think all of us would like to hear about that type of stuff too. So the new episode is coming out October 4th. They are going to be released each week on Sunday. Plus, over on my YouTube page, if you go there as well, you can see how one of the things I adapted with is I'm doing, well, you may not know this. I'm saying it like I've already told you, but if you're seeing this for the first time, I've started finding my new passion, which is also collecting pop culture toys, books, illustrated books from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and I sell them online because, one, I get to collect them, see the artwork, blog about it, and then I can enjoy that, learn more things, and then sell it so I can do more of that. And I also catalog my day, like once or twice a week. I catalog what it's like doing this, or just some of the stuff I found, or talking about things I've learned, or even just the train car that, if you've been listening to the podcast, I'm still not able to get into, which was originally where I was going to open a store, open an art gallery. And I still want it to be my studio where I create and do music and record the podcast and meet people. But we got kicked out of there because of construction about a year ago, and we're still not able to get in there. And that's in part, it's basically just a daily vlog, not a daily vlog, a couple times a week. It's a vlog about what I'm doing and how I'm trying myself to survive as someone who just wants to create things and meet people and network online. So those are all the things that are happening over on the YouTube page. It's kind of just a synopsis of what I'm doing, what this show is, and I love meeting people, and I'm going to be meeting people again starting October 4th on the website, tomrayswebsite.com. Go there for all the information or just to sign up. And if you want to watch more of the videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel here, and you'll see all of the videos that I told you about and all the stuff that I'm doing. And I just wanted to record this so I could get the word out there that it's coming, and also just to show what you can expect when the video itself is released for the new podcast. The audio podcast still exists, and you can listen to it anywhere you listen to podcasts, or wherever you previously were. So search for Tom Ray's Art Podcast on Spotify and all the other services, and you can find it there as well. And that's coming out this October 4th, Sunday, October 4th. For some reason, the formatting of the way I was saying that seemed weird. But this Sunday, October 4th, new episode of Tom Ray's Art Podcast coming out, and I just wanted to jump on and say hi and let you know about that. So hope to talk to you soon.